action. Welcome back to Cinema Nova Movie News. After 4 very long months, Cinema Nova has reopened in Carlton, bringing you more new movies than ever before. Our top stories this week: an all-action adventure, cunning con artists, and one furious farming family. The wait is finally over, or has it only just begun? Christopher Nolan's highly anticipated TENET reinvents the time travel thriller with an ingenious race against time to stop a war on the past being waged by the future. Black Klansman's John David Washington stars opposite Robert Pattinson, Elizabeth Debicki and Kenneth Branagh in a thriller that will have you coming back for more. From acclaimed writer-director Miranda July comes her third feature, KAJILLIONAIRE, a comedy of a family of grifters who welcome a new member to their fold. Starring Evan Rachel Wood, Gina Rodriguez, Deborah Winger and Richard Jenkins, July's signature brand of quirk is a breath of cinematic fresh air not to be missed. Sam Neill, Michael Caton and Miranda Richardson star in the new Australian comedy Rams, set on the land in rural Western Australia. Neill and Caton play two brothers whose family feud has kept them apart for decades, only to see them forced to overcome their problems by the arrival of a government bureaucrat. But wait, there's more, so much more that we can barely fit it into a single CNMN episode. But we'll try, so here goes. Armando Iannucci adapts Dickens's The Personal History of David Copperfield, starring Dev Patel, Tilda Swinton and Hugh Laurie in a spirited Victorian comedy. The Square's Claes Bang makes a return to high art hijinks in sexy thriller The Burnt Orange Heresy, starring Elizabeth Debicki and Sir Mick Jagger and shot on Lake Como. Bong Joon-ho's Memories of Murder has been fully restored and returns to the cinema screen. A gritty tale of a serial killer on the loose in South Korea, it's shot through with the director's unmistakable genre-blending mayhem. If you could travel to any moment in history, when would it be? La Belle Époque is a wildly original comedy of a man who chooses to relive his most romantic moment of his life. Shannon Murphy's drama BABYTEETH stars Ben Mendelsohn and Essie Davis as parents of a rebellious teen who is just hooked up with a small-time drug dealer played by Toby Wallace. When a retired Icelandic police officer discovers his late wife may not have been entirely faithful, there is hell to pay in A White Day. Pete Davidson and Marissa Tomei star in Judd Apatow's The King of Staten Island, based on the comedian's own experiences of growing up in his mother's basement. Bill Murray reunites with his Lost in Translation director Sofia Coppola for the New York set comedy romp On the Rocks, co-starring Rashida Jones. Called Incredibly Beautiful and Absolutely Fascinating by Margaret Pomerantz, documentary The Leadership sees 76 female scientists set off on a voyage to discover a new way to reunite the world. Looking forward to Oscar frontrunner Nomadland? Then catch director Chloe Zhao's debut feature of a modern cowboy, The Rider, as we celebrate this extraordinary new voice in cinema. Two young women travel to New York when they cannot receive the care they need in their home state in acclaimed drama, Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always. His name was on pens, cars and fragrances, but designer Pierre Cardin first made his name in clothes. Discover the remarkable true story of the most ubiquitous name in fashion in The House of Cardin. Set in modern-day Casablanca, two women come to rely on one another in Adam, a tale of friendship, family, and the healing power of, you guessed it, baking. Tim Winton's novel Dirt Music is adapted for the screen by Two Hands director Gregor Jordan, starring Garrett Hedlund, David Wenham, and Kelly MacDonald. Liam Neeson travels to the Italian countryside to sell a dilapidated villa in enjoyable armchair travel drama Made in Italy. And if Italy is not your bag, head to New York City with the Booksellers in a documentary that takes you into the stacks of the city's very best bookstores. Shot in the neighbourhood where Victor Hugo's novel was set, Les Miserables is a gritty Paris-set police drama where inequality is never far from the surface. Trey Edward Schultz's Waves is a stunningly photographed drama of a Florida family shattered by an irresponsible act of jealousy. Oscar winner Jean Dujardin stars as a loser who finds new purpose in the form of the perfect jacket in Deerskin, a black comedy from the director of Killer Tire movie Rubber. Those pesky zombies are back in the sequel to international hit Train to Busan. Peninsula finds a group of mercenaries heading into the zombie-overrun city to retrieve a huge payload. A drama of two families living under Taliban rule, The Swallows of Kabul is a stunningly animated feature set in the Middle East. When a family travelling across Tunisia is attacked by snipers, an inconvenient truth is revealed in contemporary drama A Son. When a filmmaker leaves his homeland of Palestine behind, he finds the city's many idiosyncrasies are following him in a quirky comedy, It Must Be Heaven. Elizabeth Moss and Michael Stuhlbarg star in Shirley, a gothic drama of a horror writer visited by a naive young couple. Travelling across India has never been easier than seeing Romantic Road, a delightful documentary of an English barrister who decides to travel across the region in a vintage Rolls-Royce. That's literally all for this week on CNMN. Welcome back to the movies.